Welcome everyone. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Amar.
And my name is Amal.
We're from HopeCare, and today we're discussing about the placebo effect on the mind. We'd just like to talk to all our patients and everyone out there experiencing any medical issues, and we just want to talk about something that may help. This is our first podcast, so we may be rusty, but let's hope for the best.
Hope for the best, yeah, possible.
Right, so let's get to it. So we just want to talk about how the placebo effect works on the mind. As we're aware, the mind is a very powerful organ. Until today, even neuroscience is baffled by how much the mind is capable of. So Omar's going to talk about a study that was conducted, and it shows how the placebo effect can take place.
Okay, so first of all, let's have a bit of information about what placebo is. So placebo effect is when the patient is unaware about whether or not or what kind of medications is being given, in short, just to explain. Now, I'll take an example of a placebo effect study, a placebo trial that was done for knee pain with the help of ultrasound therapy machine. So there were 60 patients in total, and 30 of them were given the machine treatment with the machine actually turned on, and for the rest 30, the machine was turned off. But the patients weren't aware about whether or not the machine was turned on or off. They were treated like regular. And it has been noted that the patients who weren't actually given the machine and given the treatment while it was off, they had the same effect of the treatment as the ones with the machine on. So now, the gist of it, we'll be discussing with Amar how to initiate your brain to be actually accepting something. Because when it comes to treatment also, as a therapist, we can make as many protocols or as a GP write innumerable of medications, but it is upon the patients to actually accept it. So acceptance is the key.
Yes, very true. So I'd just like to elaborate more on that. So as Amal mentioned, there have been case studies conducted, many case studies conducted on the placebo effect and how administrating medication and also sugar tablets to other individuals causes the same effect. And it all comes down to one point: belief. If you believe something and you wholeheartedly believe something, you will manifest that into creation. So if we go slightly deeper, so I do apologize, I will get a bit deep here. So if we look at quantum physics, and what quantum physics says today is everything is an infinite amount of possibilities existing within one field of time. It's only when you observe, aka you bring in your energy into that thought, so thoughts create reality. So when you think negative, you're actually causing a negative to come into creation, you're manifesting it. That's why when they say think positive, think good, they don't just say it for the fun of it, because those thoughts will create a positive outcome. Now, as we know, it's mentioned in many ancient texts throughout the world, your mind is either your best friend or your worst enemy. And unfortunately, it's the only thing that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. So you can have negative thoughts that will basically stop you from achieving your full potential health-wise. And it's just thoughts, and you have to understand these thoughts are not you, but they're thoughts there for some reason. They're intrusive thoughts that, it will take time for you to get to manage to control them. But what we're trying to say here is, Amal is a qualified physiotherapist. I've worked in the medical profession as well, and I've spoke to many patients, for example, like when they're going for an MRI scan, and they're hesitant because they have high level of claustrophobia, and they don't want to do it. But I can recall one patient I spoke to, and he had a family, and he was so scared that he's been twice, and he didn't want to carry out the procedure because he could not go ahead with it due to his own fear. And now that is having a knock-on effect on his family. So when he contacted me, and he wanted to rearrange his appointment, and I asked why, and he told me that he'd rather be sedated and then go in for a scan. I explained to him it's only 20 minutes. Even my own father had the same issue, and I just told him, go in, close your eyes, think you're in bed, and it'll be over with. But sometimes the fear is so immense that he believes that it's something that he can't, but he's stopping his own self, and then it has a detrimental effect on his family. So unfortunately, I was a bit harsh, and I told him, you need to man up, because at the end of the day, it's only you stopping yourself. You're fearing something that is not going to occur, but you're making it into a possible reality. But it's a fake illusion, because you're just creating something out of nothing. So sometimes it's believing that life is just a journey. We have ups, we have downs, we have medical issues, but these medical issues should not, cause us any kind of negative thoughts. Because everyone is unique in their own way. No one is perfect. Everyone has. I have IBS. I suffer from IBS. Amal also has her own issues. Every human being. There is no one there on this earth that I know of that is totally happy within themselves. But we need to get to a stage where we have to understand that thinking negative can also impact, like, for example, if you believe you have an ailment, you will create that ailment. And it may not even exist, but you have created it from your own thought and your own belief system. Whereas if you believe everything is fine and you think you're healthy and, you believe in whoever your creator is or the universe or whatever you believe in, you will be protected. So that's what I really wanted to say on this placebo effect is sometimes taking, like Amal said, all these prescribed medicines, we're not blaming anyone, but sometimes it doesn't help because the pharmaceutical industry, it just wants to pump medicine down you, and you don't need all those things because there are alternatives out there. There are healthy ways of living. There are exercises you can do. You can visit our website. It's www.hopecare.uk. You can do a free discovery call with me if you feel that you're going through anything that your mind just giving you negative thoughts, negative thinking. You can speak to me. I've studied Stoicism. I've studied all major religious books and how to not let your thoughts run your life. It's every human being will face obstacles. There is no one human being out there that's going to live a rosy life because it's not. We're in a duality planet. There's good, there's bad, there's night, there's day, there's ups and downs. It's knowing when you get to those downs that you will get back up. But how do you get back up, and how do you make your mind be your best friend instead of your worst enemy? So if you want to go on our website, you can book a free discovery call me. You can book a consultation with Amal if you have any ailments,
any backaches, any knee pains, or any sort of pain that you think is restricting your mobility or your ability to live life freely. Please go on our website and check it out.
And like I said, we will be creating more podcasts. I know this one's a bit rusty. It's our first one, but I just wanted everyone out there to know that they're more powerful than what they're made to believe. And if you're going through any medical issue, we're like a family. You can always contact us. We can, we'll speak to you. We'll give you the best advice possible. But always remember, you're the one who makes the final decision. You're the one that will basically, believe who you are and do it not only for yourself but for your loved one. Because sometimes you have to do things not just for yourself, not for your ego, but for the ones around you. And if you have anything that you're looking to go through a procedure and you feel uncertain, you feel hesitant, or you feel scared, please feel free to contact us. It's a free discovery call. You can speak to me. There is no charge. We're just, launching this website, so do wish us luck. And like I said, I can speak to you on many ways of helping you understanding that your mind is only there to protect you, but sometimes it can give you thoughts that are, unfounded, and they're just unreal, and they're just negative. And then sometimes you're doing it to yourself when you have that victim mentality, because we need to come out of that victim mentality. We're here for not a long time. It's a short ride, and we take obstacles as they come, and we can go through this, and whatever's meant to be will be, but everyone is strong enough to do what they have to do. So
really appreciate your beautiful words to everyone, to our patients. Just to summarize it, we want to tell you that you are the decision maker of your health choices, and we're here to help you. For us, our patients are our priority, and hesitations are more than welcomed, so we can help you cross that bridge and come to where it's required. Also,
well said.
to summarize a bit of your words, and just to ask you also, because I was listening to everything you're saying, There's a very common phrase that even everybody comes up with: easier said than done.
100%. That is very true. And it is, I agree. And it does take time. It will be time, but sometimes this is a very important step that you're going to take because, like I mentioned, Omar, your mind is the only thing that's going to be with you. And your mind can give you thoughts and it can create something from nothing. And it is trying to protect you, but that's your primitive mind. We need to start looking at it from a rational point of view. We are the only thing that differentiates us between humans and animals is the frontal cortex. It's our rational thinking mind. That's why we know 2 times 2 is 4 and how to get from A to B because we are different. We have been gifted. The only gift given to mankind is the rational mind. So when an obstacle comes, no more victim mentality, no more thinking negative or the worst case outcome. You have to think that look, it's happened, and how do we go around it, and how do we overcome this obstacle? Because as I mentioned, obstacles come, elements happen, but there are people out there. We're out there. There's your family members out there, your loved ones, your friends. Talk to them. Don't keep anything inside. I know sometimes it's hard. You may not have those resources. It's easier said than done. You may not have family members, but you may not know us, and we'd love to know you lot. And if you want to speak to us, we're more than happy. Don't feel hesitant. You can give us a call, speak to us. We'll listen. We'll understand, and she can give you her point of view. I'll give you my point of view. But at the end of the day, as you mentioned, it does rest on your shoulders. But like I said, why not be the supreme that you can be, and why not be the best that you can be? The elements, we'll look into them. She's a physiotherapist. We'll make sure that we give you the best exercise routines, the best ways dietary to move forward. About if you want to look into training, exercising, information like that we can provide. So feel free to contact us, and we'll be making a weekly podcast talking about different subjects. But I just wanted to clarify that, one very important thing, as I mentioned, Tomo, is if you watch this video, I'd love you to do one thing. When you feel a thought and you feel any external event occurs that has just reacted you, try not to react instantly. Try to observe what's just occurred and watch your thought. Watch where your thought came from and why it came from there. Is it a negative past experience? Is it something someone said or done? And then just try to see, is that really you? And also see who's observing that thought. Because you're not observing that thought. There is something within you that observes that thought. And then take a few deep breaths from your nose. Inhale, exhale, be at peace, because unfortunately there are a million people that did not wake up this morning. You did. You're here for a reason. So remember who you are, take control, and you've got this. You've definitely got this. And we're here, we got you, we always got you. If you need to contact us, like I mentioned, feel free to do so.
Thank you so much. Just another summary. What we're trying to say is your mind is your power, and the placebo comes from your power to initiate what you require. And we're here to help you with that. So any thought or any questions or any recommendations that you'd like us to discuss about for yourself regarding your health or in general, or your mental health, your physical health, drop in a comment below. Thank you.
And if you'd like us to discuss any subjects, by all means, put a comment. Contact us on our website. Once again, it's www.hopecare.uk.